Hello, and welcome back to another Civic video. The weather's a little bit bad outside today, so I can't be out there sorting out the Civic. It seems that we've got some progress going and things are starting to get to the point now where things can start going back in the Civic rather than taking them out all the time. I thought I'd go through what's going back on the Civic in some sort of weird unboxing video. Anyway, this is all the kit. Let's get on and see what's there. Let's go through the suspension pieces. We have not one, two track rod ends. Go on to the new track rods. There we go. Nice brand spanking new track rods. Get the track rod ends on there, and they'll steer the car. For the anti-roll bar, we have a nice shiny uprated Mealy. I've used these before and they're great. They're so much bigger and thicker than the normal stuff, and they really, really work. The roads around here are so bad, and these, fantastic. New ball joints for the bottom. These sit on the hub. This bit here gets connected onto the bottom arm. Should give it a nice bit better feel on the road. Some new rubbers for the anti-roll bar. Brand spanking new front anti-roll bar rubbers. Just stiffen everything up a little bit. Not too much though. Not too much though. I didn't think I should go with race stuff because I didn't want the ride to be ridiculous. In fact, I'm trying to make it so the Civic is somewhere near what it was like when it came out the factory, so I'm trying not to upgrade too much. So I got two of these. These are lower control arms. These need a change. Well, the lower control arms themselves were fine, but the bushes in them had it. I got two new bushes in them, so that ball joint I was showing you earlier goes in there. Show and tell. That goes on there, goes on there. That gets onto the hub. These are pinned in on the lower subframe. The hub goes and the wheel goes on there. The drive shaft's through here. So there's only really the dampers and springs that I'm not actually changing. Possibly in the future, possibly in the future. Clutch kit, full of meat, which the other one is not. New release bearing, pressure plate, which is all nicely sealed in there. That'll be clutch replaced. This one is where I can't use the magic of YouTube. Already out there in the Civic, I have changed the timing chain. Coming in a video soon. Don't want to get too much out here because this is all covered in oil. So there is the old timing chain. It had stretched a little bit. Wasn't bad, it was still running, but you know, hopefully should run better now. Engine oil. This is the old tensioner. I had new ones of these. There's all the guides for the chain that have been replaced as well. A full set of engine mounts to put in. Top mount. This is mainly because, well, this one here is the one that goes on the front gearbox. This one broke, so this one definitely needed replacing. This one's the rear one, rear gearbox mount. But the reason I'm changing these is because the ride in the cabinet got so noisy on the motorway, and I think it's the rubber in the mounts on this just letting too much noise vibrate through. So it's worth a go anyway. While I've got everything out, I might as well renew them. And this is the the new gearbox mount for the right hand side as you're looking at it anyway. This one is a brand spanking new condenser for the air conditioning system. If you remember what the old one looks like and how fallen apart it is, this just, honestly, so nice to see something just pristine. We also have a nice new radiator. That's going to be damn handy because the other one's fallen apart as well. It was holding water. I don't know how much cooling it was doing with all the fins dropping out. And the last thing is this tiny little box. A Honda genuine part. It's a knock sensor. The old one rusted and fell apart in half. So that might have been why it wasn't running actually. So I didn't see an engine light though, so I'd sort of expect an engine light. That was all of the new parts that I've got that are going on that front end of the Civic. There are a few more things I've still got to get. I've got to get a new set of tyres because those old ones will be absolutely ruined. I've got to get some oil, gearbox oil, engine oil, oil filter, air filter, all the service stuff, that all needs doing. So it's almost ready to start going back together. I've got one stuck bolt in the engine block which needs sorting out. Yeah, that's the only Civic I've got at the minute. Be nice to get it back on the road. The next job is starting to assemble again, which is fantastic news. You know, when you start taking things apart and you're always constantly worried that things aren't going to go back together again. So if you want to see how the Civic goes back together again, then click the subscribe button. I'll be putting out plenty more videos on how the project's going. If you've liked this video, leave a like. Hopefully it won't be long now we'll get this Civic back on the road. Anyway, it's bye for now.